Today, we're excited to dive into the topic of emotional fitness at work with guest expert Barton Goldsmith. Emotional intelligence is a crucial aspect of leadership, and in this video, we'll discuss how to cultivate and maintain it in the workplace. We'll explore the benefits of emotional intelligence, as well as strategies for improving it. So join us as we learn from Barton Goldsmith and discover how to become a more emotionally fit leader. Your input matters. We would love to hear your thoughts on the video. Please leave a comment with your opinion. Emotions can help or hinder the success of your team and affect how well you perform at work. Fear and other negative emotions hinder creativity, communication, and productivity. Create an atmosphere at work where employees can freely express their concerns in order to boost performance during a crisis. Compromise, treat others well, and be forthcoming are the keys to success at work and friendship. A potentially volatile situation is usually made worse by reacting angrily or aggressively. A skill in conflict resolution is necessary for a productive workplace. Obstacles aren't always problems. They are chances to grow and become better. Prepare for an emergency. Create a strategy that takes into account a variety of scenarios. While fostering future leaders, mentoring programs foster a culture of encouragement. Great managers have a strong emotional connection with their staff. They are aware of effort, make wise hiring decisions, and when to delegate. Workers in the United States are reacting with a torrent of fear, worry, and resentment to the current economic downturn. They are bringing their feelings of worry about the economy and their job security into the workplace. What impact do these negative emotions have on the workplace? People who are unhappy or emotional may act out of character or refuse to cooperate, withdrawing or being aggressive. They might fail to meet deadlines, upset customers and coworkers, or make a contribution. They are probably cautious and wary of taking risks as a result of the ongoing crisis. Their productivity, communication, and creativity may be hampered by fear. Feelings are a consistent in the business universe, and to explore effectively, you want to comprehend and saddle their energy. Don't try to solve these issues as a manager by making employees suppress their feelings. Instead, encourage them to acknowledge their emotions and talk about them openly and healthy. If necessary, hire counselors with experience. Even though some people believe that professionals in business shouldn't show off, you can't be passionate about your work without feeling something. The energy that drives the growth of your business comes from emotions. The keys to success: successful people share many characteristics. They believe in themselves and their abilities, as well as their instincts. They are voracious readers and lifelong learners who seek diverse knowledge. High performers typically ask a lot of questions before offering a solution. They are skilled delegates as well as excellent multitaskers. They live their lives in accordance with their inner moral compass and surround themselves with bright, vivacious, and talented peers. Achieving success also requires setting attainable goals. It is less likely that employees will achieve objectives set merely to please their supervisors or coworkers. By appealing to their feelings, you can lead people into supporting the company's objectives. There is success where there is heart. Give your employees the freedom and support they need to achieve their goals and pay attention to what they value most. A goal is achieved when people attach their emotions to it. Be kind to yourself and others when you make mistakes. Instead, move on and learn from your mistakes. Recognize that mistakes are a part of the process. Contribute to the creation of a workplace that values tolerance and forgiveness and enables employees to freely admit and address errors. Good interactions contribute to a productive work environment by navigating emotional exchanges. Follow these 10 guidelines to promote cooperation and clear communication. As much as you talk, listen. Practice and observation will help you improve your communication skills. Foster an expert conversational style that accommodates your character and is suitable for your working environment. Be aware that people's nonverbal messages are just as important as their words. Learn to interpret a speaker's feelings. Create an environment that is not intimidating so that your employees or coworkers can freely express their emotions. Prepare for communication difficulties. Prepare a strategy for handling them. Quickly address issues. Only offer criticism that is constructive. Concentrate on the issue, not the individual. Ask comprehensive, provocative questions. We can work it out. Understanding how to resolve workplace conflicts is essential. Try not to act right away in a stressful situation. Consider it for a while, perhaps overnight, if at all possible. You will be able to communicate in a clear and efficient manner if you process your feelings before you start a difficult conversation. Write down what you want to say and practice it. Know the difference between trying to solve a problem and just complaining. Seek an impartial viewpoint from a person who is not involved in the conflict. Personalize your message for the coworker who is involved when you speak with them. Be specific, considerate, and polite. If you really think about it, the only way not to fail is to not try, despite the fact that most people dislike the idea of failure. Usually, reacting angrily or violently to a situation makes it worse. Pain or fear frequently lead to anger. Consider the underlying emotion that is causing your irritation if you are mad. Getting angry is bad for relationships, and trying to be right all the time won't help you get what you want. Apologize as soon as possible if you respond inappropriately to someone. Also, if you are the target of aggressive behavior, pay close attention to what is being said and don't respond in kind. Use neutral, concise language. Instead of arguing your points, focus on finding a solution. Emotional communication is the most important aspect of any business communication. Encourage two of your employees to talk to each other directly whenever there is a conflict between them. Ask two of their coworkers to help find a solution if that doesn't work, or think about bringing in someone from outside the team. Issue resolution questions can assist participants in addressing the issue. For instance, they might inquire, "Have I, in some way, influenced this problem? Is one of us attempting to avoid responsibility? Is there something else going on, or am I really upset about this? Should I bring in a third party or take this to human resources?" Positive pressure can exist. It makes life interesting and helps people feel productive and alive. A technique known as carefrontation emphasizes the importance of expressing one's emotions. It necessitates discussing a topic in a direct but sympathetic manner. Problems are brought up for open, non-threatening discussion using this strategy. To solve problems, learn, and develop, you need to open up about your feelings to your coworkers. Working well with others, compromising, treating others with respect, and being forthcoming are essential for success in the workplace. Building trust is essential to maintaining strong professional relationships with coworkers. Keep what you say. Only commit to tasks that you are confident you can complete. Give a reason why you can't do something. It is acceptable to change your mind so long as you can justify your decision. Sometimes, it appears that our business life can be best described as learning how to gracefully transition from one problem to the next. Blaming, shaming, and complaining cause people to become defensive and alienated. A veiled attempt to avoid responsibility is blaming. Before you point the finger at a coworker, examine your own role in the issue. Bullying, slander, and other forms of demeaning or humiliating behavior are not acceptable. Give constructive criticism, without anger or attitude, if you must. It has been said that teaching what we most need to learn is the best way to learn. There are numerous factors that can cause teammates to communicate poorly. You might, for instance, decide not to speak up because you disagree with a coworker on a topic. All things considered, voice your perspectives and talk through the conflict. You might, after all, be correct. Utilize unbiased, delicate language that doesn't put others on edge. Before you speak, thoroughly research your topic. Don't jump to conclusions or make the mistake of thinking you know what other people think. Instead, find out what they're thinking and feeling by asking them questions. Managing a crisis, don't consider obstacles to be roadblocks. Instead, see them as opportunities to grow and improve. As a result, difficulties are transformed into challenges and crises into opportunities. You must be prepared for a crisis as a manager. Even though every crisis is unique, you can prepare for the worst-case scenario by taking steps. When devising your strategy, keep these 10 guiding principles in mind. Experience is the best teacher. Continuous education is essential. Consult an expert if your management team lacks the knowledge or abilities to handle a crisis. Remain calm. In trying times, leaders must lead by example. Become thought-inclined. Utilize an emergency as an opening for conceptualizing effective fixes. Learn to communicate. Now more than ever, you need to carefully and clearly convey your messages. Grasp the lamenting system. Give workers time to handle their sentiments about a tough spot and to conform to the new reality. Find and demonstrate passion. Your staff members will gain strength from your enthusiasm. Practice visualization. Visualize your company's success following the crisis. Invite your staff to participate in this activity with you. Release your stress. Reduce stress by exercising or openly discussing your emotions. Create a sound strategic plan, include a contingency clause, and discuss multiple scenarios. A great leader is one who takes responsibility for their words and does what needs to be done to fix the situation. During a crisis, leaders must be accessible to their employees. Recognize the stress your team members are under. Some people will thrive under stress, while others will give in to despair. Recognize anxiety in staff members and then actively address it to help them cope. Mentoring and motivating your employees. How can you encourage your staff to perform at their best every day? Let them see your enthusiasm and passion. Repeat your vision often when you explain it. Define your objective beyond financial gain. Recognize their efforts and celebrate both big and small accomplishments. Engage employees by asking for their input and recognizing their contributions. While fostering future leaders and building teams, mentoring programs foster an environment of encouragement. CMPs, are company mentoring programs, pair up newcomers with established professionals. The mentor's job is to help new employees reach their full potential. To foster a CMP at your association, make these strides. Think about whether a CMP is right for your business. Be a mentor yourself and enlist the help of your team. Examine the skills that your mentoring program ought to impart. Start with a small number of participants and work your way up from there. Communicate your experience and collaborate with your own mentor. Collect feedback on the mentoring experiences of others. Send it out to everyone in your company, for instance, in a newsletter. Expand the program throughout your company when people start asking for mentors. Skills for leadership. A great leader can emotionally connect with their employees. They are aware of effort, make wise hiring decisions, and when to delegate. Many of these strategies are utilized by the best leaders. Utilize thank you notes to acknowledge employees' efforts and motivate them. Be aware of how important emotions are in the workplace. Show excitement and energy for what you do. Work on improving your communication abilities. Be nice to your customers. Give a money-back guarantee, for instance. Include your staff members in objective settings so they are put resources into the organization's outcomes. Create an atmosphere at work where employees can freely express their fears. Seek failure. You acquire valuable knowledge and experience with each setback. The importance of having fun cannot be overstated. It can work on your main concern. When things are stressful, keep your cool. To make it easier to solve problems, ask timely and pertinent questions. Establish or create a mastermind group of skilled and experienced coworkers. Learn how to handle people who are difficult. Thank you for watching our video on emotional fitness at work with Barton Goldsmith. We hope that you found the information and tips provided to be helpful and that you were able to apply them to your own life and work. Remember, taking care of your emotional well-being is just as important as physical fitness, and it can have a major impact on your overall productivity and happiness. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, The Success Face, for more valuable content on leadership and personal development. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.